Welcome to Aptitude for Placements, and my name is Ranjit. I have conducted this aptitude training program at various engineering colleges all over India, and every year thousands of students get placed by attending this aptitude training program. Here you will find all the questions that are commonly encountered in most of the aptitude tests. These are the questions that keep on repeating in many of these tests. So just familiarize yourself with all these questions and you will have a clear advantage when you attempt your actual placement test. Let's start. The passage talks about a war that occurred between the Greek city-state of Athens and the mighty Persian Empire. The war occurred in a place called Marathon. That is why it is called as the Marathon War. And the war took place in the year 490 BC. The war was a huge victory for the Greek army. Various reasons have been given as the reason for the victory of the Greek army. One reason is that the Athenians loved their city very much, and it was this love which was the secret reason for the remarkable victory at Marathon. Another reason is that the Athenian army was supported by some soldiers who had come from a place called Plataea. Another reason is that the Greeks performed very well in archery, that is in bow and arrow, as well as in hand combat. And finally, it talks about specific results. It is estimated that 6,400 Persians died in the war and only 192 Greeks died. And it was a huge victory for the Greek army. Let us start now. The Athenians were dashed by some soldiers who arrived from Plataea. Let us look at this sentence from the passage. Now it is mentioned at the last moment, soldiers from Plataea reinforced the Athenian troops. So the word that is used here is reinforced. Now reinforced means strengthened. So the correct answer is option B, strengthened. The Athenians were strengthened or reinforced by some soldiers who arrived from Plataea. So the correct word is option B, strengthened. Which of the following can be inferred about the war at Marathon? Look at option A. At least some of the soldiers were armed with bows and arrows. That is true. So let us look at that part of the passage. Now it is mentioned that Athenians defeated the Persians in archery. Archery means bow and arrow. So clearly bow and arrow was involved. So we can clearly say that at least some part of the army involved bows and arrows or archery. So correct answer is option A. This can be inferred. At least some of the soldiers were armed with bows and arrows. Look at option B. Swordsmen formed an integral part of the army. It is probably true, but it is not mentioned in the passage. So we cannot go for B. The Athenians performed better with the spear. Again, that is not mentioned. The Persians performed better with the spear. Again, not mentioned. So correct answer is option A. According to the author, which of the following was the secret to the success of the Athenians? Correct answer is option A, Athenians' love for their city-state. That is clearly mentioned. Let us look at the other options. Archery. Archery is one of the reasons for the victory, but it is not mentioned as the secret to the success. So B is wrong. Hand combat, yes, that is one of the reasons for victory, but it is not said of as the secret to the success. Secret to the success of their victory was the Athenians' love for their city-state. So C is wrong. Navy, it is not mentioned much about the Navy, so D is also wrong. Correct answer is option A, Athenians' love for their city-state. Let me briefly explain how to prepare for your aptitude test. First of all, you need to familiarize yourself with all the questions that have been worked out here. These are the questions that keep on repeating in many of the aptitude tests. After that, you need to attempt practice tests. According to me, you need to attempt at least 10 practice tests before your actual placement test. Here, I will be giving you 10 practice tests, and these practice tests will be ideal for you to improve your test scores. The 10 practice tests are available at a cost of only rupees 200. So all that you need to do is make a payment of rupees 200 either through Google Pay or through Phone Pay or through Paytm, and you will receive the 10 practice tests. The details of the payment comes next.